Rock and metal invasion! Rock and metal invasion! Rock and metal invasion! Rock and metal invasion!
Hi, welcome to Rock and Metal Invasion. My name is Steve. Well, coming up on the show today, I'm doing the ultimate hair metal mixtape, and I've got Robin from Sweden here to help me. How you going, Robin?
Hey Steve, thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. So, Robin has a Facebook group and a YouTube channel where he talks about and also plays lots of hard rock, heavy metal, lots of hair metal. Um, Anything you want to tell us about it, Robin?
Yeah, so basically I have like a Facebook group uh, dedicated to hair metal, glam, AOR type of stuff. And I also have my own YouTube channel called Robin Hard Rock and Metal, which I basically upload like a few single songs here and there from like my focus is on like more underground, obscure, like those kinds of bands. So that's basically it, really.
Sounds good. Yeah, I know it's obscure because, I like to consider myself fairly knowledgeable about
Yeah.
this music, and some of the bands you've got on your YouTube channel or that you post on your Facebook are like, gee, I haven't even heard of those ones. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
so you never know today, you might hear about some bands you've never heard of before. So do you want to kick us off, Robin? We're going to do 10 songs each, so we'll go one track at a time. Basically, my thinking was that Robin's going to have one side of the tape, so to speak. I'll have the other, but 10 songs each.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. All right. So what's your first track, Robin?
Yeah, so my first track is a song by a band called Jones Street.
Oh yeah.
So they are like a more sleazy type of band from LA. They were kind of on the scene in the early 90s. They kind of flew under the radar. They didn't get a big record deal or anything like that. They only released like a one or two demos on cassette, which I actually own, I'm proud to say. So the song that I picked from this band is a song called What Comes Around. So it's basically like a really kick-ass party, like get this party started kind of a song. From that it, from that sleaze metal kind of feel and vibe. So that's
Nice,
my first pick, really.
nice one. Yeah, I don't have anything by them. I think it's probably been released like maybe 10 years after the time or something like that, on CD, one of the records.
Yes, so basically they self-released a CD compilation
Yeah.
in '08, I believe, or something like that, and then a label called Aeonian Records.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you heard of them. They reissue kind of these old bands, glams, these kind of stuff. So they reissued them as well in 2022, I believe.
Right, right.
So
Yeah.
they collected basically like most of their material on CD
Right.
because they were only on cassette back in the day and they kind of
Yeah.
flew under the radar. But they are actually one of my favorite bands of all time. So yeah, they're pretty good.
Yep, no, definitely worth checking out. I am familiar with them. Like me and Robin haven't talked prior to doing this, so I don't know what he's going to select. So there's
Yeah.
probably some I'm not going to be aware of, but I do know that band, and I think my understanding is it was probably around 93 that that tape came out, something like that, eh? So no, 93,
Actually,
94, it's getting pretty hard for those kind of bands, eh?
yeah, they kind of missed the chance,
Yeah.
so to speak. Their first cassette was released in '92, I believe.
Oh, is it 92? Yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, they kind of came too late,
yeah,
sadly. But
yeah,
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 they were still very good.
yeah. And what we'll probably do too is we'll put a link in the description for Robin's YouTube and Facebook, but also for the playlist that we're creating, so you can go and check these songs out. Maybe you want
Yeah,
to play them,
absolutely.
have a play, and then after we've described it, and then carry on with the with what we're talking about. So that's the
Yeah,
first one. Then thanks, Robin. That's a great
yeah,
selection. Um,
yeah.
my
Thank you.
first, my first one is a band I'm sure you're going to know about. In fact, a lot of mine are not that obscure, but they're just some of my favorite hair metal songs. So that's kind of what I went with.
Abs-
And I went with Shotgun Messiah. This is from the Second Coming.
Oh,
Yep.
oh
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
And there's a few that I could have chose, but I went with the classic Heartbreak Boulevard. I just think, that's such a great song.
Yeah, so actually, that's one of my favorite records of all time. That
Mm,
Shotgun Messiah. I
mm.
actually prefer Second Coming over their debut.
Yeah.
And actually, my family is actually friends with Tim
Oh,
from the band
oh, really?
because he's Swedish. Yeah, he's Swedish originally,
Yeah.
and my dad is actually friends with him still to this day. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, friends. So who? Friends with who was it? Did you say?
Tim Skold,
Oh,
the
really?
singer and guitar player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So we're friends with him still. So
Oh, nice.
pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's kind of gone off and done his solo stuff, hasn't he? Over the last
Yeah.
played with Marilyn
Yes, and
Manson. He's done really well for himself,
yep.
hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great songwriter, honestly. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. All right, so that's my first choice. What have you got as your second one, Robin?
Yeah, so my second one is a little bit even more obscure, I would say, or underground. So it is a song called Dead End Kid by a band called Mother Mercy.
Mm.
They are also very sleazy. They're also from LA, and they were actually formed in 1993 when the whole scene was kind of, and they were actually formed then, which is pretty funny to me. But they went all out with the sleaze. There's not much glam or like AOR or anything. This is like pure sleaze metal, kind of a deal. Yeah, so they're pretty cool. They released like an EP in 93, 994, sorry.
Yeah.
And they went actually on to release a few albums, actually, like two, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in 98 and then also one in 2003. So they went on to have like a sort of a little mini deal there.
Okay.
And yeah.
Well, that's a new one on me, but I have to check it out.
Yeah, highly recommended if you like the more sleazy stuff. They
Yeah,
are very good, very good.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So what was the name of the band again? So I just missed it.
Yeah, Mother Mercy.
Mother Mercy. Okay.
Mother Mercy, yeah.
All right, nice one. I'll check that out.
Yeah.
My second one, and these are all major, pretty much all major label bands. So I'm sure you'll know all of these or most of them.
Yeah.
And I went with Cinderella. So this is from
Oh yes.
the debut album, Night Songs, and I went with Shake Me. So that was actually, I think, the first single.
Yeah.
Um, and I love that song. I still, even though I've heard that song 100 times, I still really enjoy it. I think it's got a great riff that kicks off the song,
Yeah.
and I just think you hear Tom Kiefer and his vocals. It's just yeah, awesome. And interestingly too, they had that song for quite a while, before it was released in '86. The album came out in '86, but there was a 7-inch of that song released in 1983. So, and when they were just independent, so that song had actually been around for quite some time. So, but yeah, it's a
They're
great,
a classic.
yeah, classic song.
Yeah. I actually really like Cinderella, and Tom Kiefer has that special voice, if you know what I mean. He has
Oh,
that raspy, good. Yeah, it's so good. I do honestly prefer their later material, but
really?
like
Okay.
from the late '80s and early, yeah, I actually do prefer that. I'm
Was it
pretty
the
alone in that
blues?
department here, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Not surprising he had vocal issues though, with the way he sings.
yeah, he's a really good voice. I really
Yeah,
like it actually. Yeah.
yeah. All right, what's your next one? What's your number three?
Yeah, so my number three is actually from a more famous band, actually. So I actually picked the song Spread Eagle by the band Spread Eagle from 1990. I'm pretty sure, I think you have this vinyl, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I've seen it on your channel, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like one of the first true sleaze metal albums to me on anyway, from when the whole sleaze scene started in the very late '80s and early '90s. And yeah, I think that album is like a 10 out of 10 straight through to me.
Yeah.
With the voice, the guitar solos, and everything, it's just so good to me. Yeah,
Yeah. They definitely did that sound really well, didn't they?
yeah, yeah,
They really got it down really good. Yeah.
yeah. Very.
Do you prefer the first album to the second one? Or have you heard the second
I
one?
like the second one. I
Yeah.
do. I do like the second one, but I do prefer the first one. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't beat the debut, in my opinion.
No, I think for me, I think too, what happened was when the second one came out, I didn't get it straight away, and I was sort of, that type of sound was starting to sort of, become less popular. So it didn't really sink in as much as the first one, which
Yeah,
quite a lot, So.
Yeah, because the second album released in '93, right?
Yeah,
Like it was a tour, yeah, 3 years
yeah,
later, and yeah, the
yeah,
scene was changing, and
yeah.
yeah.
And they're another one of those bands who, have put out another album. What, it must be like 27 years since the previous one or something like that. They
All
put,
right,
uh,
Subway to the Stars, right? Yeah,
yeah, that was their third album, I think. Yeah, but that's so many years after.
yeah.
But
I mean, they're still going strong, I believe, because they're still touring. I think they
yeah,
were
I
even
think.
over in Sweden recently, so they I know
Oh,
they're still touring. Yeah,
oh,
yeah. So
really?
they're still
Wow.
touring. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good to know that for these kind of bands, they're having a bit of a resurgence. That's why they're able to they're thinking, well,
Yeah.
the album could.
I mean, to me, that's very good because I was not even alive back then.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
I'm like one of the younger folks. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
like, I'm so happy that the scene is coming back in a sense, and all these
yeah,
bands are touring and releasing reissues and new albums. And yeah, it's just, yeah,
yeah,
very good.
yeah. All right, my third one. Now, you might not know this, Robin, but my channel is, of course, called Rock and Metal Invasion, and it's named after Vinnie Vincent Invasion. So I went with.
All right.
Yeah, I went with a track from the debut Vinnie Vincent Invasion album, and I went with "I Want to Be Your Victim," which is a sort of a lesser known song, but I really love it.
I actually like that song too, so I'm with you.
Yeah, yeah,
And
nice.
his work,
I was going to say, nice
yeah,
guitar that kicks that off. Really
yeah.
heavy riff.
And I mean, he's a good songwriter and a good guitar player, and I actually like his work in his solo band, but I also like his work in Kiss as well. So
Yeah,
he's a pretty good player.
yeah, musicianship, songwriting, other aspects, maybe not quite so positive, like his ability to follow
Yeah,
through on.
yeah, I've heard a lot of stories and stuff
Yeah,
from people. Yeah,
yeah, but
it
yeah.
is what it is.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. He's got talent, and yeah, I
Yeah,
love both the Invasion albums, and yeah, the stuff he did with Kiss as well. Fantastic. That's
yeah. I mean, I like his
probably
songs he
his best
wrote for
album.
Kiss. Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely.
All right, so that was what was that one? My third one. So it must be up you number four for you.
Yeah, my number four is actually from a band you have shown now. So I chose a song by Shotgun Messiah as well
Oh,
from
okay.
Second Coming. Yeah, but I actually picked the ballad "Living Without You"
Oh, yeah.
from that record. I actually like the ballads too. I'm a sucker for that. I like a good ballad. So I think a mixtape should have like a few rock songs, but they should have a one or two ballads, you know. So I picked that one. I actually like that one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more like it's more of like a not a standard ballad like she left me, I miss you, blah blah blah. It's more like a good riddance kind of ballad, and I kind of like that more of a punchy feel to it, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and I mean that's always for me a sign of a good album where not just the rockers are good, but the ballads are also really good. And I
yeah,
think that's a great song. I like that one. It's a really good
yeah.
one. So,
They actually made a video for it as well and everything. So
yeah, and surprising, They didn't have a hit. I guess that one's. I think it might be 91. It comes out, so it's getting a bit
yeah,
late. But yeah, this album, a couple years. I mean, people say this all the time, so it kind of annoys me a little bit because it's sort of like, well, a couple years earlier, maybe would have been a hit,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it is what it is.
yeah. Truly,
All right, we're talking about ballads, and you're absolutely right. I think you got to have at least one ballad on a mixtape. So my ballad's coming up,
yeah,
and I went with a band. I don't love this album or love this band, but this is my favorite song on the album, and it is the ballad. So it's Heaven's Edge and Hold On to Tonight. So
oh
yeah,
hell yeah,
yeah, I like that one. So. Yeah, I just thought I'm going to go with that as my ballad. I think I've only got one ballad on here because there's so many great heavy ones that I like. But yeah, I just that there were a few other ones I considered because I wanted to have one ballad, but that was the one I went with because yeah, I just really I like that song. I think it's a great song.
yeah. I actually like that whole album. Actually,
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
Heaven's Edge is a really good band,
Mm.
and I think they deserved way better and bigger things back then. But the saying, like too late and everything.
Yeah, too late, and there were so many bands too coming out around that time as well. So
Yeah,
it just yeah. I mean, I
but
didn't even know about them at the time. I'm following the scene and the music at the time, but there were just so many.
yeah,
A lot of these ones I didn't discover until, you know, later on in the 90s. But yeah.
yeah, 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 exactly. And they actually continued in a way because they released
Mm,
like an album, was it 2 years ago now? I believe,
yeah,
right? Like
yeah,
a
they
new one,
did.
and I actually like that one too. So,
Yeah,
I mean, they are still delivering the goods. So,
yeah, I thought it was a good
yeah,
album.
like
I've
yeah,
given that album quite a good listen, and yeah, absolutely right. It's a good album. They did also release a second album, but I think it was like had been
yeah.
recorded. I think it had been recorded not long after their debut, and then it got shelved and then released a bit later on.
Yes, it was supposed to be their second album actually, and I
Yeah,
think they released it in '98 or something like that the first
yeah,
time.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
because it got shelved and all of that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sadly.
All right, what's your number five?
Yeah, so my number five, we're going back to the underground again here. So it's a band called Orphan
Oh yeah.
with their song called Please Come Over. So this is also a very sleaze metal song and band. Yeah, I really like the sleaze. And actually, Jones Street, like I mentioned before, the singer is actually the same singer from both bands because the
Oh, okay.
singer's previous band was Orphan before he
Right.
joined Jones Street. Jones Street. So yeah, so I really like his voice and everything. So I found Orphan afterwards, and I really like it. And as well, they reissued Orphan on CD. I think it was 2013 or something by the label FNA Records, if you know them.
Yes. Yeah.
They also reissued these old bands and everything. So
Yeah.
they reissued that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Really, really good. Highly recommended if you like sleaze as well.
Okay. All right. No, that's a new one. When you said Orphan, I thought you might be
Yeah.
talking about this band, but it's not this band.
Oh, right. No, no, it's a different band. Yeah.
Different
It's a good
Orphan.
one
Yeah.
too, though.
It's a good one. It's
Yeah.
mid '80s hard rock AOR sort of thing. Well, it's not very
Yeah.
heavy, but
No, but it's still very good though. Still very good.
yeah, 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 yeah. All right, nice one. Okay, so my number five. So I went with Bangalore Choir. So this is from '92, I think it is, and of course you got David Reese on vocals, and
Right.
I went with Angel in Black, which kicks off the album.
It's a really good song.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
good song.
A lot of the songs I chose, the album openers, often they're the heavier, one of the some of the better songs, aren't they? And I just think that's just a kick-ass song. And yeah, actually, originally, I mean, it was recorded, well, it was written by the guy from Autograph. Steve Plunkett wrote it, and I think it was going to be
Yes,
on,
indeed.
yeah, he was going to be on an Autograph album, but then they split up, and then I think he started sort of working more as a songwriter. And yeah, they picked it up, and it's great, great version. You can hear a version of Autograph do it on there. I think it's called Missing Pieces CD.
Yes, exactly. And they also released Autograph released two demo CDs now, like this year, like
Yes,
a month ago or something like that.
yeah, I saw you
Um,
talk about that on your page on your Facebook.
yeah,
Yeah, mm,
and it actually was there too, Angel in Black, and it's a really good song. I do prefer Bangalore Choir's version though, if I'm gonna be honest. And to be honest as well, like the whole Bangalore Choir album on Target is really, really good.
oh yeah,
Like I don't think there's a bad song on there in my opinion.
no,
Uh,
no,
but it's also 1992, the
yeah,
same old thing, too late, scene is changing, the standard.
yeah, yeah. All right, what's your number six?
So my number six is I don't you might know this band. I'm not sure, but it's by the band called Skin and Bones.
Oh yes,
You heard of?
yeah,
Yeah, you might even have it. Yeah.
yes, I've got that one.
Oh, right, exactly. It's
No,
actually a song. It didn't appear on that song on that album
oh
actually.
okay, yeah,
But it's a good album. I really like that one. But the song I picked is actually called Mr. Downtown, and it's actually appeared on their EP from 1992.
yeah.
If you know that, I don't know, I'm not sure. But it's really, really good. It has like one of the best sing-along choruses, in my opinion, anyway, from the genre. Very glammy, very heavy metal kind of stuff. But yeah, I really like it. It's a good
Yeah.
band.
Yeah, really underrated band, and you don't hear people talk about them much. But yeah,
Yeah, and when they do, you usually hear stuff about the album only. And I actually prefer the EP. So it's kind of.
oh,
But yeah, they're really, really good.
I have to check the EP out. Yeah, I know I saw that. I don't know if it was all their songs, but I saw that there was a CD release and it looked like maybe it was a compilation of. I'm not sure.
Uh, yes, I think you are talking about the CD called Speak Easy or something like that, I believe. And it was basically a compilation of the album and the EP, I believe.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nice one. I'll check that out. But I always like the song Resurrection Love. I thought that was a good one. But
Oh yeah, it's a really good one. I like
yeah,
that one
yeah,
too.
yeah. But yeah, they really had their hair metal look down really good, didn't they?
Oh yeah, they look the part. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I found this, like didn't even know about the band. But it was just sort of like one of those things where like I turned it over and it was like, oh yeah, I'm buying this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't know what it sounds
Yeah.
like, but it's probably going to be something I'll like. So yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. All right. So my number six actually got quite a few here from a lot of the early 90s, and a lot of these bands are
Yeah.
popular now or uh, getting recognition now, but at the time it just didn't really happen for them. But so Wildside and Hang
Oh,
On
hell
Lucy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also like one of my favorite albums of all
Mm.
time. That one.
I
It's
mean,
really, really good.
it's another one a little bit like Bangalore Choir. I mean, there's so many songs you could choose, but
Yeah.
lots of good songs. But I think just Hang On Lucy's the real standout track for me on the album. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit sleazy and the lyrics and everything. It fits the whole sleaze vibe. I really
Yeah,
like it as
it's a
well.
real nice mix. I think you got the sleaze, but then you've also got sort of some more of the sort of commercial hair metal sounds in there as well.
And
Uh,
they actually had a few good ballads on there too. Like I
yeah,
actually like the ballad on there and stuff like that.
absolutely,
So yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, I do like the ballads like "How Many Lies." I think that's really good, and "Just Another Night." Yeah, great ones.
Yeah, it's a killer. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yep. All right, what's your number seven?
So my number seven is actually another ballad, actually,
Okay.
because like I said, I'm a sucker for good ballads, and I think I have three ballads in total on this mixtape. But yeah, this ballad is by a band called Hanky Panky. It's kind of a fun name, but they were very popular during the scene in the early '90s. They eventually turned into Revolution Hazy, another more famous band. I don't know, I'm not sure if you know them, but anyway, Hanky Panky released a few demo cassettes basically, and that was it. And the ballad is called "Used to Be You," and it's used and the number two, and then the B, and then the U. So used to
Of
be you
course,
like that kind
of
of,
course. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But it's like one of my favorite ballads of all time. It's
yeah.
actually
Okay.
really, really good, and I'm so surprised that they didn't do well or better
Mm,
because they were so, so good.
okay.
I highly recommend checking that one out, actually. So
Yep. All
really,
right.
really good.
I will check that one out. The band name might have put me off a little bit, but
Yeah, the band name, they didn't, yeah. Yeah.
but I mean, it's totally a glam metal or hair metal
Yeah,
type.
it totally fits.
So, but yeah, no, that's cool. I'll check that one out. And I know there's plenty of people who watch my channel who are often saying to me, "Oh, I watch your channel, Steve," and then it's like I hear about these bands I've got to go and check out. So today, I think, especially on this episode, there's going to be a lot of new bands for
Yeah.
people to check out. So
But
that's
hopefully you like it, hopefully.
yeah, and even if you don't, it's like good to check these things out, eh? Because if you don't
Yeah.
know about them, you can't check them out, right? So.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so my number seven is Taiketo. So this is a pretty famous band as far in the sort of
Yes.
AOR, hard rock, melodic rock circles. They really,
Yeah.
you know, um, they really did that sound really good. And the singer Vaughan, what's his name? Name's uh,
Danny Vaughn.
Danny Vaughan. Yeah, uh,
Yeah.
great vocalist. And I went with Forever Young, which is, I guess, their most famous song, probably the most well-known song. But
Yeah.
yeah, great song. And
I think it turned into a video as well. So,
yeah, yeah, a lot of these actually do have music videos. Yeah,
yeah.
um, but yeah, it's a good song. And again, though, it's that time where it's just a bit too late in 1991. They
Yeah.
got
Unfortunately.
Geffen, good, great production. Yeah, like I say, everything about it sort of makes you think it's going to be a hit because they've even got some good ballads on here or some You
Yeah,
know, good commercial hard rock, but yeah, and they put out a few more albums as well. I think they also then switched vocalist for a bit as
yeah,
well. The
indeed.
guy from Tall Stories, the guy from Tall Stories, who then went on to be vocalist for Journey.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, but Danny Vaughan's back in the band now. Although it's I think it's just him now from the original members. But yeah,
I mean, they're still going strong, in my opinion. They released a few albums in the 2000s and so on. So, and I like them. And what I like about Takeda the most is like they are so good at mixing, like the whole glam
yeah,
thing with AOR, and they
yeah,
mix it into like this perfect formula, so to speak. And
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I really
Yeah.
like them.
Yeah, they've got a solid following, You know, they can tour and get a good crowd, I think. And
Yeah,
one of those cult bands, really. People who like them, know about them, really like them. So
yeah,
um,
and I think they can speak to a lot of fan bases because they mix, like I said, like AOR, glam, hard rock, and they do a good mix of it. So
yeah, yeah, and I think as well, like even this album, it hasn't dated. Like you play this now, it still sounds fresh, it still sounds good. Because
yeah,
sometimes
exactly.
some hair metal does kind of date a little bit. You're coming up, I mean, it wouldn't really,
Yeah,
good for back in the day, but not so much now. But no, Takedo, it's yeah, all good all the time.
yeah, yeah, and they still release new material. So
Yeah.
they're still here.
All right, what's your number eight?
So my number eight is a band called Lip Switch, also a bit of a more unknown, but they also have lots of reissues from Aeonian Records, for example. Reissued their stuff because they were more of the, how should I say, like they are more of the more well-known out of the underground band, so to speak. And they were really, really popular in LA during the late 80s and the early 90s. And they released a few cassettes and they later got reissues and so on. They are more glam. They're not like truly sleaze, but they mix some street rock, street metal sleaze with their glam.
Yeah.
And the song is called Rattlesnake Skin. And it fits the genre very well, the
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and it's really kick-ass.
Okay.
I love the singer. He's really, really good. Yeah, they have a lot of good songs. So it's one of the bands I really, really recommend.
Okay. Yeah, that's another one for me to check out. But
Yeah,
yeah, okay, sounds good. I think as well, it's interesting, and I've talked about this on my channel before. There's some bands that, you know, didn't maybe get a major label deal, but they could tour, like, they could play in their local area and still do okay. Do you know what I mean? Like they'd get a good,
oh, right, definitely.
and could almost sort of survive as a musician just by playing in their local area because they're big stars in their sort of local area, and
Yeah.
but never just broke out in a
Yeah, which is a shame. And I do prefer the more underground bands for some reason because I love the obscurity, I love the unknown and all of that. And
yeah,
yeah, it's another one of my favorite bands of all time, actually, Lip
yeah,
Switch, along with
yeah,
Jones Street. So
yeah.
highly recommended.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, there's so much music to check out. Like and I've been into this type of music since back in the day, sort of thing. But now with
Yeah.
the internet, especially, it's sort of like it's unlimited. I'm still finding things. So yeah,
Yeah, and also a lot of the bands in their turn have Facebooks now and
yeah,
pages and groups and everything. You can talk to them and see like what's what and what did you do back then and all the stuff is coming back
yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah, there's so many bands from back then. Like there were so many bands.
yeah.
So yeah,
And I
it's
can
insane.
imagine a lot of those bands probably thought, we've got this music that we recorded, but we didn't get a deal. Now no one's ever going to hear it. And of course, now with the internet, they can go, well, people can hear it now. They can put it out there,
Yeah,
and there's
yeah,
like
which
you
is
say,
great.
talking about these labels like Eonian and there's other ones as well, right? That are releasing these albums. So yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And I heard from a band member who played the strip in the early 90s,
no, cool.
and which was insane to me because he told me like during the early 90s there were like 10,000 different bands, individual
Yeah,
bands playing the strip.
yeah,
10,000. It just blows my mind. So many bands.
yeah, yeah. All right. Well, one of the bands that would have been playing then is my next selection, but this is a big band, probably one of the godfathers of the hair metal scene, and it's Motley Crue. And This album gets a bit
Oh
of hate
yeah,
from Theatre of Pain, but I quite like it. I mean, not all the songs, but the song I chose is "Keep Your Eye on the Money" because I think that is a really good song. So
I think that is actually one of my favorite songs on that album as well. So
yeah.
I agree with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
great. Yeah, no, I think it's a great song. I know, yeah, some people don't like it as much, and it's probably, yeah, it's not as good as Shout at the Devil or their debut, but for me,
yeah,
it's the third best. And I think it's, that song, Louder Than Hell, Fight for Your Right, um, We Need to Love It Tonight. Yeah, I think there's some good songs on there. So, um,
definitely. And I actually prefer Motley's earlier albums anyway. So I
yeah,
actually one of those people who like the earlier stuff. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
All right, number nine, I think we're up to. Yeah.
yeah, I think it's number nine, right?
Yeah.
So my number nine is a band called Pistol Dawn. Um, with the song "Tonight My Love Is Deadly." This is also more of a sleazy band, and they're actually from New York, along with Skin and Bones, for example. Yeah, and they're very like more the sleaze metal kind of stuff, and they have no reissues or nothing. So this is really underground, unknown, but highly recommended to for everyone listening in to check it out because they're really, really good, and it blows my mind that they didn't get a deal or anything. They didn't get any recognition whatsoever. Uh, they were only like famous, so to speak, locally in New York and all of that. But yeah, really, really good. Really good.
Mm. Yeah, I guess, as far as that sort of scene is concerned, apart from LA, maybe New York was the next sort of hotspot, so to speak, for that sort of sound. But
Yeah, indeed.
I think the New
Uh,
York sound was always a bit grittier, a little bit tougher, maybe a little bit more sleazy, maybe. Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
had more of the
I
glam,
truly
maybe.
agree.
Had more of the glam. You did have the sleaze metal definitely in LA, but you had more of the glam stuff in the in LA and less glam in New York.
Yeah, exactly. New York had quite a big scene at the time as well. So, and I know Chicago actually had a small scene going as well. But yeah, New York is a really good
Yeah.
scene, and I can actually like that scene. It's more sleazy, and I prefer
Yeah.
that. So, yeah, highly recommend it anyway.
So what was that band and song again?
So the band is called Pistol Dawn, and the song is called "Tonight My Love Is Deadly."
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Excellent. And is
and
that
there's actually, sorry.
online? Can people hear it online?
Yes, they can.
Yeah.
This song is actually on my channel.
Oh,
Shameless
yeah.
plug, but yeah, it's on there. There's actually two bands with the name Pistol Dawn. It's actually one from New York, the one I'm talking about now, and
Yeah.
there's also a Pistol Dawn from Chicago,
Okay.
who's actually played a similar kind of style.
Okay.
But the Chicago one is a little bit more glammy.
Okay.
But yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Nice. All right. My number nine is from one of my favorite hair metal albums of all time, and it was one of the first hair metal albums I ever brought. So like, but for me, my history sort of was Slippery When Wet coming out,
all
buying
right,
buying that and thinking, oh, I like this kind of music. I wonder if there's other bands putting out this type of music. And then I heard about this band Rat because they were in the magazines, just like Bon Jovi and
yeah,
Motley Crue were. And I saw this album, so I picked it up. And yeah, it's my favorite Rat album, one of my favorite albums of all time. And I mean, there's
hell yeah,
so many songs I could choose, but I just decided I'll go with Lay It Down. So Lay It Down,
one of
great.
the best riffs, one of
Yeah,
the best riffs of the era.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
amazing. Yeah. So. Yeah, not much needs to be said. Everyone knows that one. But Warren DeMartini, like you say, talk about the riff is awesome. And the guitar playing on that
yeah,
is amazing. And
yeah. I actually love Red. I actually like most of their albums, but my favorite album is actually Dead Detonator from 1990. Actually, that's my favorite. I'm pretty much alone in that opinion, mostly online and everything, but I really like
I've
that
heard
one.
other people say that too. But yeah, it's not the common one, is it? But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, like we said, Warren DeMartini,
mm,
great guitar player. I like Stephen Pierce's voice.
yeah.
I like his other bands like Arcade, if you know them. Like he
Oh
went
yeah,
on to play with Arcade.
yeah,
Great albums. Yeah, really, really good voice.
yeah. Nice. All right, so we're up to the album closer. What are you finishing up with?
Yeah, so I'm actually choosing to finish up with a ballad, like my last ballad. And it's actually a band called Without Love. The band is called that, and the song is called "Always and Forever." Very typical lovey-dovey ballad, but it's like one of my favorites, and it's so good. Also one of those bands that didn't get the recognition they deserved, and they actually recorded this. I believe it's 91, but they didn't even get to get it on a cassette. So it was actually released later. I believe in 2000, the CD came out with
Yeah.
all this stuff. So they were so much underground that they didn't even get a cassette release at the time. So yeah, very limited, but very good band. Highly recommended to check out.
Okay. All right. This one to check. Another one for me to check out.
But
Uh,
yeah.
right. So my last one, I decided, well, since it's the last song, I'll go with one of my favorite last songs on an album. So,
Yeah.
and I even did a show a long time ago, like my favorite, final track on an album, and I talked about this one. So I decided to go with Britney Fox and
Oh, hell
yeah,
yeah.
Hold On. So Hold On's it's a good rocker that ends the album, and we were talking about Tom Kiefer before and his vocals. I mean, there's some history, of course, between Cinderella and Britney Fox, but
Indeed it is. Yeah.
Dizzy Dean Davidson sort of does sound a little bit like Tom Kiefer with his vocal style, and
Yeah,
yeah,
truly.
good song.
I actually, there's another opinion that I'm pretty much alone with online and stuff, but I actually prefer Britney Fox's album with Tommy Paris on vocals from
Oh,
91. Yeah. So I don't know why, but I just prefer that one for some reason.
yeah, I think
But
it's
yeah,
probably
great band.
it's heavier. It's a heavier album, I think.
Yeah, it's bit much more sleazy, and
Yeah,
like I said, I prefer that. So yeah, it's one of my favorites.
yeah.
Really good band though.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a bit of a shame that they can't sort of. I mean, I guess the what happened with Dean was kind of
Yeah,
things
shame.
easy. But yeah, I'm totally right. That third album is good, but yeah, it's just a bit of a shame that he didn't sort of because Dean then goes off and does Black Eyed Susan, which
Yeah,
uh,
indeed.
you probably quite like them. Maybe I don't know. It's kind of bluesy, but
I like that. I like that one. I actually like their Shell second album as well. It was later released. I don't know if you have it or heard it, but
yeah,
yeah, I really like them. Yeah, really good.
yeah. It's funny how that's kind of again sort of following what Cinderella did because Cinderella then got quite bluesy around that time as well, didn't they? But
Yeah, I think they turned in more to like a blues hard rock band more
yeah,
than anything glam metal,
that's
but
right.
still very good though. Still
Oh
very good.
yeah, and I mean that sound was getting popular too at the time, wasn't it? With the Black Crows and bands like that, sort of
Yeah,
having some
yeah,
success.
indeed.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
the whole blues and sleaze stuff, hit it off in the late 80s and early 90s, so
yeah,
it fit.
yeah, yeah. All right. Well, what a fantastic. Well, I think it's a fantastic mixtape. Hopefully, people.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
we'll want to listen to it. So what we'll do is we'll put the link to the playlist in the description, and
Yeah.
we'll put a link to Robin's YouTube uh, channel in the description as well, so you can go and check that out. And
Yeah.
yeah, anything you want to talk about before we finish up, Robin?
No, I just want to thank you for having me on to talk some music. I love it. It's
Yeah,
very
no,
good.
it's been great. It's great having you on. You're very knowledgeable. You obviously know your
Uh,
stuff.
I mean, I say this to everyone I talk with almost that is your age and older than me anyway. Like I could talk music for hours and I'm so jealous of all the people who was there back then and I wasn't, and I could just go on and talk music for like forever.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's so much fun. So much
yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, definitely. I'm the same. If I'm not talking about it, I'm playing music when I can anyway. But yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Totally agree.
yeah. And what is it with Sweden? You guys seem to have all the hair
Uh,
metal, glam rock, glam metal bands, especially in the 2000s when no one was doing it. Sweden was coming out.
oh yeah. We had a few good bands.
Yeah,
Crazy Licks is one. I don't know if you heard them.
yeah,
Crazy Licks, and there's a band called Sister.
yeah,
They're more like punk, glam, punk,
yeah,
sleaze kind of band. But yeah, Crazy Licks, and there's Crash Diet is probably more of the more famous ones, I believe.
yeah,
But yeah, there's a lot of bands from here that
yeah, yeah,
like became famous, quote unquote famous,
yeah.
and
Well,
actually got tours worldwide as well, like United States and Asia and Europe, and yeah,
Yeah, I think they reinvigorated the scene, like no one, no other countries or bands from other countries were sort of really doing it. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, so and then it's caught on a little bit more now, but there are more bands doing it. But yeah, it just seemed to be a while for a while there. It was all the bands were coming from Sweden, and they were really good too.
yeah, yeah. Most of them I like too, actually. And we had like a big scene going on here, like in the big cities, anyway. Yeah, especially Crash Diet, Crazy Licks, and
Yeah.
Sister. Well, I'm drawing a blank here, but there's so many bands. Hardcore Superstar is another one. I'm not sure if you heard
Yeah,
of them.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
but then again, your country has a few good bands too, New Zealand.
Yeah,
Have you
we,
heard?
we had a we and yeah we had a couple, but yeah, they never
I
really.
mean, didn't you have a band? What are they called? Nine Lives.
Nine
Is
Lives,
that a band?
yes, Nine
Yeah, I
Lives.
actually like them. I actually like them quite a bit. They didn't release much,
No,
sadly, but I quite like them.
yeah,
And what's the other band called from New Zealand that I really like?
Push
They
Push.
released like an yeah, Push Push. There you go. Really, really good.
Yeah,
Really like them too.
they were popular here, but one of those situations where they're popular just in New Zealand, really. But they were really popular. But yeah, and they even had a number one song, "Trippin'." The song "Trippin'" was like actually number one on the singles charts here.
Oh, in New Zealand at the time.
Yeah, it was like
Oh, nice.
not in the rock charts or the like number one in the pop. It was like the number one song.
Wow,
Yeah, yeah,
nice.
yeah. So they
I
were
mean, I like that band, so it's very good.
they were on all the magazines here, and they were massive, but they could for some reason they couldn't get it together for a second album, and I think they went over to
Yeah,
Australia. They moved to Australia, and it didn't really take off, and then of course with the timing being '92 when that album came out.
yeah. The
Um,
standard times are changing.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I did actually see
unfortunately.
them. I did actually see them in concert about 5, 6 years ago. They
Oh,
re
really?
Yeah, they reformed and they put out an EP and
Were they any good live?
oh, they were great. I was really surprised because
Yeah.
it's been such a long time, but I really enjoyed it. But yeah, so but I don't know.
All of the guys still there, or because
It looked like
I
them.
have not
Yeah,
kept
it
them.
did.
Yeah,
Even though of course they look a bit different now, obviously. But no, I think
yeah, yeah,
but I think they were just getting together for a bit of fun. I don't think they were necessarily taking it too seriously, like thinking, oh,
uh,
we're going to get back together and we're going to be, massive again. It's just, so I think they've all got their
yeah,
own things going on, but yeah. Anyway, it's been great chatting with you, Robin. So
yeah. Thank you for having me once again. Very
yeah,
fun.
no problem, and I'll put a link to your YouTube and Facebook in the description. All
Thank
right.
you.
Well, lots of music for you to check out. If you like this type of content, make sure you hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you later. All right. Thanks for watching. See ya.